So if we look back, right, not just a month back or a couple months back, but as far back as this time, April last year, we will notice, acts of violence against the AAPI community because of the pandemic happening even then, right? So as you may or may not know, just this past month, a horrible shooting took place over in Atlanta, Georgia. It was at a spa and it killed 8 people. 6 of those people were Asians, and that is not just a coincidence. These acts of violence and hate have to be taken action against, and it needs to be addressed, and it has sparked conversation across our country. And so let us tell you a little bit more about these hate crimes and how to respond to it.
Similar to the rise in Islamophobic hate crimes after 9/11, the rise in anti-Asian hate crimes has been fueled by unchecked and misdirected hate, fear, and anger. However, this is only the latest surge in a long history of racist and bigoted actions against this community in America. Let's look at a few examples that will help us to gain some context for the current struggles. On October 24th, 1871, 19 residents of Los Angeles' Chinatown were brutally murdered at the hands of an angry mob. 10% of the small Chinese population was murdered that day, including a 14-year-old boy and the town's only physician. Another example occurred following the Vietnam War. Tensions had consistently arisen between Texan fishermen and Vietnamese refugees in the coastal town of Seadrift, Texas. These tensions erupted in violence in August of 1979. The death of a white man named Billy Joe during a gunfight between the two groups triggered a horrifying amount of violence in the form of firebombing and the exodus of at least 60% of the town's Vietnamese refugees. A week later, there were still no suspects for the horrendous bombing, yet 2 Vietnamese brothers had been accused of, charged with, and jailed as a result of Billy Joe's death.
As violence against the AAPI community continues, here are some things that you can do to help out. You can start by educating yourself, and that can be through reading articles or watching videos like this one. You can donate to organizations that support the AAPI community. Another thing that you can do is support your local AAPI-owned businesses. Asian restaurants have been targeted by xenophobic fears surrounding the coronavirus. During this time, it is also very important to reach out to our friends and let them know that we support them and we're there for them. So please reach out and check in.
Lastly, it's important to keep in mind your own place in all of this. If you are a member of the Asian American community, seeing all this violence and hate in the news, and even in your own life, can be very detrimental to your mental health. Take some time for yourself in the face of all of this. Take a break from social media, connect with those who are going through the same experiences, reach out to older family members to check in on them, or even seek professional help if necessary. The Asian Mental Health Collective, for example, looks specifically at the experiences of Asian Americans in the United States in relation to mental health, to debunk the stigma surrounding mental health treatment, and to provide the right advice. Your well-being is just as important as all those who you fight for. Take a look at some of the resources linked down in the description below for more information.